Y'all gonna have to bear with me today because your boy is still sick as a dog, but the show must go on, right? I got deadlines I'm trying to meet. Surprise sets. Get a lot of questions about surprise sets, especially how to set them up. So this should be a quick video here. We're gonna go through and look at the exact process to set them up, and I'm gonna talk about a couple little nuances and stuff. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. All right, so first things first, your show category needs to say surprise set, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So I'm gonna edit the show right here, and you can see right here it says primary. If I said breaks or singles or anything else, when I open the show, I'm gonna go to add product, and you can see that it's not there. It says create a break, which is not what we want to do. And before it used to say, it would say all four no matter what. And so I figured out if you do not have the primary selling category, then it will not give you that option. So first things first, make sure your show is set for the proper primary selling category, so that way you do not run into this issue. So now that that's done, we're going to open our show, and you're going to go to add a product from your menu over here on the side, your bin or whatever. Now obviously we're walking through a surprise set, so we're going to go to create a surprise set. One of the cool features they've added recently is that you can actually recreate previous surprise sets, which is pretty cool because sometimes you might end up doing the same or similar. It has everything that will be set up for you already, or maybe one that you never use, and you can just click and it'll auto load it. And if you do, let's say we did this, you can see it automatically has everything there. It brings in all the products and everything for you, which is pretty awesome. And you can go ahead and obviously edit those. There's changes to it, but pretty awesome. So it saves you a bunch of time there if you did that. So that's a nice little neat little thing they added feature. But we're going to create one from scratch. I always recommend if having your items kind of laid out on Excel or Google Sheets or whatever it is you use. You go to hit a surprise set. You'll set your type, whether it's buy it now or an auction. I usually will name the surprise set, but I leave the description blank at the moment, and I'll show you why. So we're going to go ahead and name this Pokemon Booster Packs of Surprise, whatever. We're going to skip the description. We're going to go to manage products. Now, the reason why I said to use a spreadsheet is because you can go through here and enter these one by one, and it's a pain in the ass. Or if you have a pre-configured spreadsheet or something like that, you can have these laid out and then copy and paste, and I'm going to show you the process I use for this. We got individual cards here. What we want to do is go ahead and make sure we're being specific. I typically use the set name. When we're talking about singles, I use the set name, the character or Pokemon name, the card number, and the condition. Personally, I put near mint for everything. You can see even down here I was a little more descriptive, putting the rainbow SR after the number. And so you want to make sure you're being as descriptive as possible. Remember, you're not supposed to mix different types of products. So if you're selling in a set singles, you shouldn't be throwing an ETB in with that surprise set as well. All right, so moving down to packs here. So there's different ways you can list them. If you have like a bunch of different types of packs, right? If you have, for example, a sealed booster pack of Pokemon Destined Rivals, you can just put Pokemon Destined Rivals for quantity over here. You put 10. And then you would have the next one be a sealed booster pack of Journey Together. And in the quantity, put however many you have. And you just list those all out with however many quantity you have, and you're good to go. And then down here, the reason I have it set up like this is because you can have different amounts of packs per product listing in your set. And I know that was kind of confusing. I'm trying to think of a simpler way to put it, but essentially you can have it where there's different amounts every surprise set auction, right? So if I spin a wheel, if I bought a surprise set and it randomized, there's a chance somebody could have it set up where I get 3 booster packs. So if you have that set up, you want to make sure you're identifying all of them, even if it's a single one. So right here, I put 1 times sealed booster pack of Destined Rivals, 3 times sealed booster pack of Destined Rivals. Or you can do it alternatively, different nomenclature, but the same idea. You'd put 3 sealed booster packs or 1 sealed booster pack of Destined Rivals. There's a reason also why I have not put any descriptions on there. I typically do not put descriptions when we're talking about filling out this managed products for the surprise set. And the reason for that is because if you put one description, right, for one item, they want you to put a description for all items. So while it might be nice to have a description for certain things, or maybe a little bit, or maybe in some cases you feel might be required, I would say what I typically do is I add any details to the product name. So then that way I don't have to add a description for every single item on the list. And an example I have here, right? So you can see this is 1 Japanese pack of Terrestrial Festival EX. Now, in the description, I put packs are sealed and come with 10 cards per pack. What I could have done was just put 1 sealed Japanese pack of Terrestrial Festival, and that would essentially prevent you from having to fill out this description column for every item when you only want to put a description for 3 different things. If you want to use a description for every item, if you feel like you need it, go for it. If you just need maybe one item on that surprise set that you feel might need a description, find a way to work it into the product name. If you feel like it needs to have the separate description, then just put it in the description and be prepared to then complete all the descriptions for every item. Now, in my opinion, not much of a surprise set in some instances if people know exactly what they're getting, right? So if you do want to leave a little bit of a mystery as to what exactly the products are inside, that's allowed. So even right here in the beginning, it says surprise set products are type of sale when an individual does not know exactly what they will be receiving until after the purchase. Sellers must include an accurate description of the contents of a single surprise set product with enough detail that the individuals should know what to expect from their purchase. For example, the brand, the item, condition, and quantity. People have used this in this way where it's less descriptive, and it's with the intention of making it a true surprise set, which is following that nomenclature, following those rules that were presented there. Basically, have to make sure you must include an accurate description of the contents of the product with enough detail. So, for example, the brand, item type, condition, and quantity. Sealed booster pack, so that's quantity and type, right? Pokemon, the brand, condition also goes with sealed, so that fits the criteria there. And so you can go ahead about doing that, right? 3 packs of this, 5 of that, just very descriptive. Put your quantities in there. And the reason why people have done this, have named their things this way, is so that if they wanted to do a surprise set where they want to keep it mystery until the end of the game, right? And I've seen people do this, and people tend to like these games. Or disclaimer, I guess I should put here, big disclaimer. Terms of service say you need to make sure you open all of these surprise sets during the stream on screen. So if you're doing it, if you're setting up your surprise set in this way, even if the buyer leaves or if they're not there when you call them out, you still should open up their surprise set and show what was won on camera, just to comply with the rules. Okay, again, these are all my opinions, interpretations of the rules, and how I typically run my things. So essentially, what you would do is you would name all of these, so it's descriptive enough so people know what they're getting, but they don't know if it's a Journey Together, they don't know if it's a Destined Rivals, they don't know if it's a Prismatic Evolution, right? Same thing down here. You can even put special set if you want to get specific with it, WotC Vintage, whatever, right? So let's say this is going to be my entire surprise set list. I'm going to take that, copy that, and just come up here and paste it, and it's as easy as that. Boom, done, right? You would then hit confirm once you make sure you got, it's the right information. Once you have that there and you hit it confirm, you can come back to your list here. You can add a hyphen in here if you want to. You don't have to. And just for me being a little, weird about it, I mean, you can even go as far as like adding a comma here to separate all of these out. And this is just so, for me, it makes it easier not having to go and come up with a whole list of stuff. And you could take that and you could go back to your surprise set description, because you are required to put the entire list here, and just paste that in there. And so that's going to look like that. I know it looks a little funky, but when you see it listed, it's going to look funky anyway, no matter how you put it when it shows up on the screen. Essentially, then what you would do is just, you have that pasted in there. Then you're going to go ahead, you'll select your shipping profile. I get a lot of questions about the shipping profile. You need to use your best judgment when it comes to shipping. When it comes to setting your shipping profiles, this is going to depend on how many sets you have. This is going to depend on what's in your sets. This is going to depend on the weight of those items in your set. It's going to depend on how many of which items of those weights that you have in your set. So a lot of factors go into play here. I tend to try to think of it like surprise sets that a customer will buy, right? So are they going to purchase 2, 3, 4, right? So on average, let's say there's 3. And so for this one, we have individual packs, right? We have 5-pack bundles. Let's say we have 10-pack bundles. And so if I would just say, right, 1 pack is going to be 1 to 3 ounces. Let's say a 5-pack is 4 to 7 and a 10-pack is 8 to 11. That can vary. This is just raw numbers I'm throwing out there. Let's say I got 100 surprise set items, and we have 15 10-pack bundles, 15 5-pack bundles, and 2/3 of those, so that's about 2/3. That gives us 2/3 of just single pack items. So we're already heavy on the lighter side, and if you figure the average buyer is going to grab about 3 with a third only being heavier, and of that third being heavier, only 15 of those out of the 30 is going to be on the 8 to 11 side. The odds of somebody getting 2 or 3 that are going to weigh out to 8 ounces or more is very slim to none. It happens to me. It happens a lot, trust me. But it does happen. So on something like this, I would just kind of say my safe bet would be go with 4 to 7 ounces. And the reason I go with that is because you have your average of 3, right? 3 purchases per buyer. And this is just my judgment, and you can do whatever. If you have a lot of heavier things, look into flat rate shipping. That could be beneficial for your surprise set. That's a whole nother thing. I'm just using for TCGs for this example. There's different kind of shit that comes in. There's different kind of factors that come into play. So you just kind of got to take all that into consideration. But essentially, if we're talking about these packs here, I'm going to go with maybe 4 to 7 ounces per surprise set. It's going to be more than what the average one is. However, it's going to cover me on any larger purchases. I also don't want to overcharge my customers. If I can avoid overcharging customers, then I will do that. And the way I kind of see it is with 4 to 7 ounces, it's going to cover me for anybody who's going to hit a 5-pack or a 10-pack. And the reason I say that is because if you buy, let's say you buy 3 surprise sets, right? If you buy 3 surprise sets, your first 2 or even your first and third, whatever, the 2 of your 3 that you buy are only 1 pack. So now you're still sitting at 1 to 3 ounces, maybe 2 to 6 ounces, whatever, right? And then you hit a 10-pack, and that's going to put you at the 8 to 11. You're still going to be covered because of the first 2 you grabbed, because it was set at 4 to 7 ounces. I hope that made sense, because I felt like it did to me. And I know you guys have let me know so fucking much that what's in here doesn't always translate easily. So I'm going to try to say this again. If my packs are 1 to 3 ounces, and we're just going to say they're 3 ounces, and you get 2 of them, that's 6 ounces of weight that you physically have in your hand, right? We have packs I don't have laying around, but there's 6 ounces there. But if you had your weight set to 4 to 7, and let's go with the 7 on this, you got 14, right? So we have a nice gap of leeway, some slack to play with, so to say, that if you did hit that 10, mind you, you're adding another 7, so that's going to put you at 21 ounces, which is going to more than cover the 11 ounces you have here, 11 plus the 6, that's 16 ounces. We still have a 5-ounce slack. Please tell me that made sense, because I felt like that was even better than the first one. Oh man, I'm on fire. Your boy is cooking. I feel like I'm a little deranged right now. You kind of have to use your best judgment. This is something that I can't tell you, or really anyone can tell you. The best bet is if you're having heavier surprise sets, I would say my advice is go with flat rate. If anybody has a better way of calculating these types of things, let me know. I'm open to criticism. I could be wrong here. There could be a way of doing this that I'm not aware of, and that's okay. I don't fucking know everything. So for this surprise set, as the example we use, I would choose 4 to 7 ounces for everyone. On the average, less likely going to go over, and in the event that you do, I hope you have your 5 free shipping adjustments for the week. The chances that you're going to have 5 people go over that amount that you have to use all 5, I say is slim to none. If you want to be on the conservative side, go with 8 to 11. That's going to cover everything. Again, use your best judgment here. I just try to balance not having to pay for shipping with also not having to have my buyers pay more shipping than they need to. I hope that's clear, because I feel like there's really no clear answer for this that I'm aware of. Again, leave it in the comments if you have a simpler solution. That's my take on the shipping. So I hope that made sense. Sorry, it didn't. And that's pretty much it, right? Auto randomize and quick spin, just leave them on. Just if you don't want quick spin, turn it off. But you're gonna be waiting a while in between each spin. Like it with quick spin on, it takes a few seconds, so that's good enough. Auto randomize, you don't want to be forgetting to do that. It's gonna fucking yell at you. Just leave them on. Trust me, leave them on. If you know, like, don't leave them on. I don't care, man. Just fucking try it if you want. And then all you would have to do is hit surprise set, and then it would create it over here on the side. You would pin it and run it as an auction. Now, back to what I was talking about for the other surprise set. So if I take these, let's say this is what everything that's going in my surprise set, and I can do my little hyphens like I like to do because I'm fancy like that. Yep, I did remember doing that. And then over here, put my commas, so that way it shows as a clear separator, right? So I can take these, and this is going to be what, again, as a reminder, this is going to be your surprise set product listing description, surprise set description. This is going to go right here. This is going to be everything you have in your surprise set. Just so we're clear, you have to list that there all the time. All right, surprise set name, Pokemon cards, round 2, not sick anymore. Perfect. Love it. Fucking awesome. Buy it now or auction. Perfect. Whatever you want to do. Shipping profile. We've been through this. 4 to 7 ounces. Now, manage products. This is where it gets a little different. This is what we're going to put for our individual product items, right? So we're going to take and put this like that. It's going to be booster or Pokemon booster pack surprise set 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth, all the way to a fucking 100. You copy that, you come back here, you paste it in there, and that's what you have. Now the reason for this, we're going to set this up as our products, right? So these are going to be our products in our game. In the description, we are 100% showing what we have. This is the setup that I get a lot of people asking me a lot of questions if they can do it and how they can do it and if it's against the new policy. And so essentially what this game is it's a normal surprise set, but nobody knows who gets what until the end of the stream. There's a couple of disclaimers and nuances with this I want to set out front. First and foremost, all packages have to be opened before the end of the stream, on stream, right? Even if the person left, if they bought it and said, just send me whatever I get, whatever the case is, when you set the way you're going to set this game up, right? As you can see here, I have these little cute mystery boxes I made just for you guys because I am prepared for everything except my streams. You're going to make these with whatever's non-transparent, non-translucent material, something that you can't see through. So whether it's a box, a padded envelope, whatever the case is, depending on what you're selling. You're going to put these all up. You're going to put the items that belong in whatever one. I guess it really doesn't matter because it's supposed to be random. And you're going to tag them, I would say, with a sticker, a permanent marker, something that is not going to get knocked loose, like a sticky note. If you use a sticky note, use some strong tape on it. Nothing that can show signs of you trying to tamper with the game. You'll display these on screen. And the last disclaimer to this is, once you start this game, do not, for whatever reason, take your surprise boxes, bags, envelopes, whatever it is, off of screen until all have been opened and shown to the people who are buying these. I hope we got that nice and clear. That's the only way you're going to stay in compliance here. Now that all the Mr. Bad PMM is out of the way and I got done taking my frustrations out on you guys, we can get through talking about how this game is going to work. So you're going to lay out all your packages, your mystery bags, your mystery boxes, your mystery fucking, I don't care what, shoe boxes, I don't care. You're going to lay them all out. You're going to make sure they're tagged in a way that's more permanent and not open for judgment, I'll say, like that. And what you're going to do is run your auctions, and you're going to run them surprise set 1. User 123 grabs surprise set 1, right? Users grab, or for surprise set 2, 456, user 456 wins the auction. Surprise set 3, the first user goes again. Surprise set 4, 789, so on and so forth. You will then, as people buy them, you can either have a whiteboard up if you're using your computer screen and you want to show some fancy shit, or you want to just write their name on the fucking package itself. You just do that for tracking and for transparency so people can see who's winning what or whatever the case is. The more transparent you can be, the less you are open to people assuming the worst about you. User 123 wins auction 1. Boom. You just go on the box and write user 123 nice and big and permanent marker. Once it sells out, Then you can go through and say, okay, who won the first set? User 1, 2, 3. Okay, user 1, 2, 3. You also have surprise set 1 and 3 and 10 and 40 and 60. Let's see what you got. Open it up, see what he's got, show it on camera, nothing fishy going on. Package it up, or not package it, but put it back all in one nice fancy place and push it to the side. I don't care if the person has left the stream. I'm going to reiterate this again because somebody has done this. I don't care if somebody has left the stream, if they're your fucking buddy and they're like, hey, I just wanted to show some love, just send that my way. It doesn't matter, because if Whatnot sees it, they're going to get you. And people think I lie when I say Whatnot comes after you, but they do. I don't know how the fuck they don't come after the people that we know that they should all be coming after, but they do come after people I know, and they've come after me. And so just cover your fucking ass. CYFA, cover your fucking ass. That's gonna be my new shit. Cover your fucking ass. I like that. CYFA, cover your fucking ass. So, and then you go through everybody on that list. You give them your surprise sets. Everybody's fucking honky-dory, had a great fucking time. And then you close the game. That being said, I hope this video fucking made sense. It was a headache enough for me to fucking make it, and it was supposed to be a simple video. If you find the value in what I'm bringing you guys, please drop that like, that follow, subscribe, whatever it is. Be on the lookout for the shit we got coming, because it's fantastic. And it's all free. I'm giving away a bunch of free shit. Who does not like free shit?